he's not into you. He's into what you're into. Okay? I think
Wait.
he's gay.
That mean
Cause what?
Hey, elevators! Welcome back. Your favorite duo is here.
Hi, welcome.
Hey, y'all. Welcome to another episode.
A new episode. Hey, y'all.
That's right. And if you haven't seen by the title, this episode is very Valentine's Day inspired for many reasons. But I have to say something because my girl got on black. So I was like, wait, are we doing the Valentine's Day episode? Because what? Are we giving Valentine's Day energy? Okay.
We are, but I'm giving Grinch on Valentine. I'm just like, I've never been a big Valentine person, especially like in my current relationship. I'm like, we don't need to do that. Like, we do this all the time. Like, let's sit this out. Okay, let's sit this year out.
No, I feel you.
No, literally, like, I hate going out on Valentine's Day, like making it such a big deal. I'm just like, just give me a gift every month. I don't care about Valentine's Day.
Right, because it's Valentine's Day every day around here. I hear that. We need that energy. Where is the energy at for the people who are getting Valentine's just on a regular Tuesday?
Just
like,
on
we
Wednesday,
need that
right.
energy. You know what's crazy? Funny enough, Americans, because I seen these random facts as we were getting ready for the show and just looking up some stuff. Mm-hmm. Americans on average spend, this is in 2025, $27.8 billion in revenue for Valentine's Day period. That's like cards, dinner, restaurants, vacations, like whatever it is that's around the Valentine's Day holiday.
Even like elementary school.
Billion.
Even elementary school, like students getting their teachers stuff, like it's just capitalism wins again.
Girl, that's it. So Valentine's Day is the second holiday in history where people get cards. So it's Christmas is number one, Valentine's Day is number two, I believe, but it's the most Hallmark card holiday ever. So
that's crazy.
It's a money making holiday.
I love that. Well, more power to everybody who is spending money on Valentine's Day, because it won't be me.
Girl,
I already did my little date night last week, and that was fun. That was very cute.
You went to dinner?
I did. I went to Rosa Negra here in Miami. If you guys have never been, please check it out. It was really good. Amanda has gone in the past, and I don't know what she ordered, but I told her she needs to go back and order what I ordered, because the hamachi I had was so good. The salmon teradito was so good. The guac was fire. I had steak. It was good.
Oh, I love some guac.
My man had chicharrón, which he thought was good. I thought it was okay. Mm-hmm. And I had a sweet potato, like a grilled charred sweet potato that was fire. I liked everything I had. So yeah, we did date night last week.
Oh, that's really cute. See, you know what it is? I love, like, I always say this on social media, and I'm sure you guys probably always also feel the same way. Shout out to my people who feel like going and trying new restaurants is a love language, because it really and truly is. But there's a caveat to it. I love trying new restaurants 6 weeks into the opening. Like, I don't want to try a restaurant the week of. And I think that's where I went wrong with Rosa Negra, is I tried it like, it might have been week 2 of them opening. And I feel like at that point, restaurants, they're still figuring it out. Like, they're still hiring. Like, so it was a mess.
And I feel the same way about Casadona. When we went the second time, it was so good. But the first time I went to Casadona, I was like, what the heck is this? This food is terrible. It has to be in the water down here. But I feel that way a lot about the restaurants here in Miami. It's like you could either get aesthetics or you get good food. So anytime I find a restaurant that has both, I'm like, okay, put it on my list, because people are always also asking me for restaurant recommendations down here. Between restaurants and makeup artists, that's the number one like recommendations people always come to me for.
In Miami?
And I love that.
Listen, in 2026, because I actually have said this to myself, I am going to do my own makeup. Like, I'm not paying for a makeup artist. Restaurant recommendations? Yes. But in 2026, ladies, we need to do our own makeup. We're very well capable. It's just, I think you just need to find the time to do it consistently, multiple times, till you get the hang of it. But that's neither here nor there. That's just my opinion on makeup artist bookings. But I feel like special occasions, yes, absolutely book a makeup artist. But for like every day going out to eat, restaurant, dinner date, we could do it.
Absolutely not.
Do it. I believe in you.
Yeah, with YouTube, come on. You got this.
Yes. And if you're just joining us, your first time being here for our podcast, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We love getting all of the reviews that you guys send us all the time. 5-star reviews on Apple, Google, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast, YouTube. We are your girls. So we are doing a Valentine's Day themed show today. And I think to kick things off, girl, I found some random facts that I'm not sure the people know about Valentine's Day. So I wanted to kick things off with like 2 random facts that I don't think people really realized. So Valentine's Day, the actual holiday itself, the very first Valentine, okay, listen up. The very first Valentine was sent by a man. His name was Charles Dukes. And Charles Dukes is from New Orleans, right? He sent a love poem to his wife while he was in prison. The first Valentine ever known in history was sent from prison. That's how we kicked the holiday off. What in the love is happening here? Valentine's Day is the first Valentine was sent from prison. What does that say about us? What?
America loves to imprison people.
She said it. I agree.
He probably ain't even do nothing.
Listen. He was apologizing from jail. He probably was like, sis, I love you. Don't be out there in the world trying to find love. I am here for you. And I'm locked up. And I just want you to know that your love is locked down. Literally. Yeah, absolutely not. I don't want it. So I thought that was an interesting fact. Second,
yeah, that is.
You know those conversation hearts that people used to get when you were in elementary school? It said like, be mine, love you, XOXO, hearts and kisses, whatever, hugs and kisses. Yeah. Those started out as medical lozenges. So they weren't like conversation hearts from the inception. Back in 1847, there was a Boston pharmacist whose name was Oliver Chase, right? And he invented this machine, which basically created a mass production of these throat lozenges that were meant to, like, I guess, help people who had sore throat, right? And then in 1866, he actually put messages on them, and that's how they became conversation hearts. So basically, you make me sick is what the candy, I feel like the candy symbolized in the beginning. Interesting.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
What?
Yeah, throat lozenges, those little candy hearts that we have gotten over time were really medicine.
That makes sense. That's why they kind of look like medicine.
They also taste like medicine. Like, to me, they taste nasty. Like, it tastes like Pepto-Bismol. It doesn't taste like...
I've never
ate
those.
They were never good, in my opinion.
Those were always
whatever.
for decor. Yeah, we never actually ate those things.
Hated it. Yeah, no, hated it so much.
But in celebration of Valentine's Day and love, we're going to play He Loves Me, He Loves Me Not. And you already know we love giving advice on this podcast. So make sure you leave us a speak pipe if you want, our insight on a situation you're dealing with. In the meantime, we're going to play He Loves Me, He Loves Me Not.
We as women, like, yes, we love the lovey-dovey, like, we want to be, my man, my girl, or whatever it is that floats your boat. However, we got to be smart, okay? We have to be smart. I was telling Crystal the other day, I seen a post about a girl who was talking about when she was coming up. I don't remember the creator's name. She was coming up. She was talking about how growing up, she was always trying to be the first at something, not realizing in hindsight that she was also the first, I think she said the first person to get married, but also the first person to get divorced. She said she wasn't taught the long game of sustainability. So I feel like we're approaching this episode from that perspective because we want to be smart. We all want to be loved. Everyone deserves love. The world operates and is a better place because of peace and love. But we ain't no dummy, okay? We are not going to get love and have love get the best of us. So this is the approach we're taking. Yeah, this is the approach we're taking.
Okay, so first scenario. He never yells, never cheats, never disrespects you outright, but he also never initiates hard conversations, never deepens the relationship, and never really chooses you when it matters. You feel guilty questioning him because on paper, he's nice. Is love supposed to feel safe, stagnant? What do you think? He loves me or he loves me not? So this scenario is really the good guy on paper.
Yeah.
But that little voice and that intuition of yours that's fighting it, like, it seems
not
good,
it.
but something's off here.
Very
so
much.
Loves me or he loves me not. What do you think, Amanda?
I definitely think he loves me not. Anyone who is not willing to be themselves in all elements, right? We want to see the good, the bad, the ugly, the happy, the sad. Like, I always am super apprehensive about being in a relationship or dating somebody that's always just too good to be true. We don't want the guy that's too good to be true, right? Because we as women, like, we have our flaws. Like, I want to know your flaws too. Let me tell you. So I was dating somebody, and this is kind of like similar to this situation, but he was like a love bomber, right? And for those who don't know what love bombing is, that means they do all the things. They put out all the stops, right? Like, the dates are like fire, top 5 dates, top 10 dates, whatever, like amazing. The gifts are amazing. You feel like, oh my gosh, this person has an amazing job. They do great things. Like, you know, they have everything on paper, literally, right? But as time progresses with this said person, I was like, okay, so what are we doing here? Like, what are our goals? What are we moving towards? Like, what is the direction of where we're gonna go? For the first time in my life, y'all, for the first time in my life, I can honestly say this with my chest. I was, and it's me trying to find the words to say this to you guys, but I was ghosted. And I was like, wait a minute. Ghosted, okay? When I say text silent, calls silent, nothing, right? Then I get a word that he was basically telling people that I was like looking for a relationship and all, putting so much pressure, put no pressure, right? Putting so much pressure on a situation. And I was like, okay, but the man put out all the stops, did everything, looks great on paper, was giving me the impression that that's the direction in which he was going. But then when it was time to have the real serious conversation and get down to the business, he wasn't man enough for me. Okay.
Ooh,
so
period.
On to bigger and better things. But it's just funny because I feel like as women, we get so caught up in, especially us successful, career-driven boss women, right? We know we bring everything to the table. So sometimes I feel like we overlook, like, when a man has everything and it also appears to be as such, but doesn't like really give us like this serious, like, open up what he's really about, like tells us like, you know, his deepest, darkest secrets. Like, that is a red flag to me. Like, no, instantly.
I have to disagree. I think that he loves me.
Really?
And yes, because honestly, I think we are so programmed to believe that, like, oh, there always has to be like a little tussle in the relationship, not physical tussle, but like there has to be like friction sometimes, like you have to go through arguments and all this stuff. But like, if that man is not argumentative and, you know, might not go back and forth with you, that doesn't mean he doesn't care. He just is not going to go back and forth with you, and quite frankly me either. So I can very much understand that. However, if you feel like he's not choosing you when it's important, I think that's a different story. But I'm talking about like the laid back guy who is not going to argue with you, who is going to just show better and like show up better, and actions will speak louder than words. I'm okay with that. He loves me. You and I don't need to go back and forth.
Okay, so even if he doesn't like open up, you feel like, okay, maybe the love is still there. Because I want to know everything. I'm in your business.
I just feel like why not? Not everybody is argumentative. Not everybody wants to fight. Not everybody wants to go through that sort of stuff in a relationship. So if you're not, if that person you're speaking to is not like, you know, trying to go head to head with you, that's okay. Some people are just not like that, and maybe you should go get therapy because that's toxic. Why do you want to fight in your relationship? Like, I'd rather just have a conversation and move on. I don't know.
No, I agree. So here's another scenario, right? We're talking dating, and maybe like this is like dating for months phase, right? Okay. So you're dating this guy, you are sleeping over his house now consistently, like you're over there, and this is like a place that you're familiar with, right? You know where things are at, all right? You know where the pots and pans are at, you know where everything is. And he lets you sleep over. He has a toothbrush for you, but he won't call you his girlfriend. Does he love you or does he love you not? Like, you have a drawer of things there. Your items exist here. What would you say?
I think you there for a good time, not a long time. Love you not.
Yo, you know what that made me think about though? Honestly and truthfully, was if you are a lover of Sex in the City, you know exactly where I'm going with this. Carrie was at Mr. Big's house and she was like trying to leave something there. And I think she left like a toothbrush or she left a hair comb. I can't remember specifically what she left. And I think she went back to his house in his like little medicine cabinet or wherever she left this item and it was gone. And she was like, oh, are you trying to get rid of me? Like, are you trying to make me disappear? Or do you have other people coming in this house that you didn't want to know another woman existed? And I'm not going to lie, I feel her on that. I feel like, and also, ladies, we are more invested sometimes than men are at the point of ready to be in a relationship. Sometimes it takes some time. Sometimes, like, week 2, we're like, okay, we ready to get married, you know, depending on what the situation is. But it may take them months. It may take them a while or a certain situation to be like, okay, I know what this is. Like, you know, that's a funny question. Do you feel like in your relationship, you knew what point your boyfriend realized that it was you? I feel like I know mine. I would love to know if you know that. Like if you were like, oh, this certain. Okay, so do you feel like there was a certain scenario that happened in your relationship with your boyfriend where you knew that you did something or something happened, whether it be like an event happened or something nice that you did for him, where you knew it triggered him in a way where he was like, oh, I gotta lock this girl down. Like, this is my girl. Do you know like at what point that was?
Girl, he felt that way when he met me. Literally off the rip. Like, he always tells me that the first time he saw me, that first night, he said he called his best friend the next day and he was like, yo, I found my wife.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And I had seen him, so I met him that one time, and then like we just didn't have contact ever again. And then I had randomly seen him another night, like in a club when I was on my way out. And I was like, oh, hey. And he lit up the nightclub. Like, I've never seen anybody glow.
Like with bottles?
No, with his face. Like, his energy was just so excited to see me. And like, he was excited, but he looked like he seen a ghost. Like, he was like, yo. Like, he turned to his friend. He was like, before he could even say hi to me, he turned to his friend and he was like, look who it is. I was like, who is it?
It was looking.
It was me. And apparently he was looking for me and wanted to get in contact with me and whatever. Long story, but
I love that.
Yeah, no, he said it from the beginning and he honestly was very consistent about it. And that's what I was going to say about the scenario though. Like, don't play house. You have to be very careful to not play house with a man, because if not, you end up in that situation where you've got all your stuff there and things seem comfortable and it's like, oh, this is fun and games, but like, I'm sorry, we too old for fun and games. It is or it ain't.
This is true. See, I'm a little indifferent. I feel like you got to play house just enough. That's just me. I feel like you got to play house a little bit just enough. And what I mean by that is, because my scenario that I was going to give is, I knew, similar to your situation, like I feel like my boyfriend was checking for me before I even knew who he was, right? And this dates back to like a DM that was like years before we even physically met, right? And I didn't put 2 and 2 together until we actually met. But long story short, you could tell a lot about a man when he gets sick. Men, when they are sick, they act like the world is ending. They can have like a little sneeze, a common cold. Oh my God, what do I do? Like, to me, it's so funny. Like, as women, we're like, drink some tea, like, get some medicine, like, figure it out. Like, men are in the fetal position, okay? When they get a little fever, a little flu, it's like, what is going on? The world is coming to an end, right? So for me, I was like, okay, I was definitely in like the beginning phases. I made him like a care package, like a basket full of like care items, tea, cough medicine, or whatever, those little packets of vitamin C. What is it called? The emergencies, or like the hydration, like all of the things that I knew a person would need when they get sick. On top of like, I think I brought him some soup and something. You would have thought I brought the man $1 million, right? You would have thought it was like, oh my God. Like, and I think that it's little things like that, which is why I say you got to play house a little bit, because sometimes like we are nurturers, like women naturally, like we make a house feel like a home. We do the things we need to do. Now, I'm not saying to do everything, because there's still a girlfriend package. Don't give the wife package. Give the, okay, you got something. Now just imagine what it could be if the ring was attached. You know what I mean? Like, so I do think you can play house a little bit, like a little tease, but we don't need to be cooking and cleaning every single day. Like, don't give everything at one time. Leave a little bit to like, oh, if I got this, then what, what else could I get? You know what I mean? Like that,
Yeah.
that's what I mean by that. But
I don't believe
I
in
love that.
women having to prove themselves to get engaged. Like, you got to show me you're a wife.
Mm-mm.
You got to
We are
show
the
me you're a
table.
husband. Let's start there, because everybody got options now. This ain't back in the day. Okay?
Sure not. Sure is
Okay.
not.
I have a scenario for you.
Okay.
So he's consistent,
Mhm.
technically. Every night he texts you like clockwork what you're doing, checking in on you, making sure your day was good. He might even send you gifts sometimes, but during the day, he's silent. He's working, living, posting, interacting, just not with you. So you tell yourself maybe he's not a texter, but somehow he always finds time to be on social media and text you only after 9 p.m. So he is consistent, but only texts you at night. He loves you or he loves you not.
It's given, take me through that. Take me through that.
What does that mean?
9 p.m.? You only know, listen, what's the saying? You know what's open after 10 o'clock.
The deli?
No, girl.
What?
Not the deli. They're saying like, legs. Like, hello, like, you know what's open after
At the
10.
corner store?
You're like, the bodega?
No, literally, I'm like, no, because the deli be open. What do you mean?
The bodega is in New York City. It is open after 10 o'clock. No, but after 9 p.m., I'm like, here's my thing. But this is, I think he loves what you can do at night. That's what I think it is. He loves the night aspect of you. But it's like a twofold question, right? Because I also think you got to know what man you're dealing with.
Yeah.
You know what? Scratch that. Forget it. I'm not even going to say the other part of the question. You do need to know who you're dealing with. But what I was going to say is it depends on what your significant other or the guy that you're dating does for a living, right? Does he have a night job? Does he have a day job? Is he an entrepreneur? Does he work around the clock? Is he a doctor? Like there's some elements that I think you should put into consideration. However, I am a firm believer of you make time for the things you want to make time for. So if I don't run across your mind in the morning, at lunchtime, it takes 2 seconds to send, hey, good morning text. Hey, good afternoon. Hey, did you eat? Hey, how are you feeling? Hey, how's your day? It don't even take 2 seconds. It probably takes it takes like a millisecond. I don't know. But for me, I think no line of communication all day. It's like, did I run across your mind at all? And it can't be every day. Like 1 or 2 days. Okay, cool. But like, that's just me. What do you think?
I think that he loves me. And
Really?
let me explain. Yes.
Okay.
Because to your point, some people are just genuinely busy throughout the day. And in my opinion, if I'm that busy, I'm not going to shoot you a text that I can't hold a conversation on after. It just doesn't make sense. I'll hit you at the end of the day when I unwind and I'm finding my peace and I reach for you, then you're my peace. Like you are a part of like the downtime in my day and not on some like, oh, I only want to talk to you when it's convenient. But if people are busy, they're busy. And obviously, this is under the assumption the man is single. He doesn't have a secret family. He doesn't have secret kids that he's taking. You get what I'm saying? Like the obvious stuff, let's remove the obvious stuff, right?
Yeah.
Assuming that none of that is in the picture and he's just genuinely busy throughout the day and he only texts you like when he's at home at night, comfortable. I don't think that's a big deal.
Okay. I can see that perspective too. I definitely can. But for me, you better pick up that phone. Anyways, okay. I have a scenario. So we did that one. This is one on dates, right? So in the beginning, this person shows initiative. They pick the place, they set the time, they follow through. Once he knew you were interested, the effort slowly transferred to you, and you were the person solely responsible for restaurant, date, time, fun, exciting things for you guys to do. You suggested all the plans and you checked all the availability, all the momentum of the dating was on you. It fell on you. Would you say that this person loves you or they love you not because the efforts only increased when they were trying to pursue you, but once they got you in the pocket, it was done? What would you say?
I think he can love you. However, you have to be conscious of what sort of like reeled you in and like what made you like that person. For example, if you like a man to take control and make plans and so on and so forth, and then all of a sudden he stops doing that, I think you got to believe people the first time if they show you who they are. And what he basically is doing is like reeling you in, baiting you, and then once he had you where he wanted you, he got comfortable. And a lot of men do that. However, if you're crazy like me, you're gonna take the wheel anyways. So I don't
You're
know.
like,
I
this is
feel
my
like
shit. I'm
I'm
steering
sounding
it.
like a sucker the more and more I'm like, he loves me. But but it's not like it's I'm just very understanding about
Yeah.
things, but then when I'm not and I draw the line hard. But
Mm.
again, if that attracted me to the man, like him planning XYZ, then I would be like, okay, if you switched up, I don't like that. However, I don't really care about that stuff. I'd rather do the planning. You swipe your card.
Just have the money readily available. I feel like when I first heard this scenario, I was gonna say he loves you not because and granted, everything has levels. Like if you're first dating this person, you don't know them. Like I think I'm thinking of this from like a relationship standpoint. But I do feel like we as women need to pay attention to the representative. Like we sometimes fall so in love with what the person's potential is versus knowing who they really are. You know, if this person is a planner, like these are the questions and things that you should be asking this person, and you could tell by just their lifestyle and what they do and who they are, how organized they are. You know the characteristics of a planner, right? So you know if somebody has the capabilities or if they're really in truly wanting to do said thing. Now, I do think that a person that doesn't plan dates does not mean that they don't love you. I feel like sometimes, like I just said about men getting sick, men are just not good at everything. We can't expect them to be good at everything, right? And I think naturally they're providers, we're the planners, we're the people that put the plan in place, and they're the ones that make sure that that plan is being able to be executed, whether it's financially paying for it, whether it's making sure we get there, however it is that they're putting their contribution to it. I don't think someone that doesn't plan dates doesn't love you. Some people just don't know where to go. They might be new to a city. You might be from Dallas and they just moved from New York. They don't know where to go. You know what I mean? Like, and vice versa. So I think that over time you find out what those person's strengths are and you lean on that. And if you are the planning person, it like, you know how you go on a girls trip and there's like the person that does the itinerary? Everybody on that trip cannot do the itinerary because y'all will have nowhere to go. You know what I mean? Like there's people that know what to do and are natural born organizers, and there are people who just are not. And I think that's okay. You have to have both types of people. So
Yeah,
where
I
you
agree.
fall short, I come in. So
Right.
I agree with that. Okay. I
Okay,
love
next
that.
scenario. So he has a full life and you respect it, right?
Mm-hmm.
His workouts are scheduled, his boys' nights are also locked in, his hobbies have structure, but when it comes to you, plans are vague, last minute, or dependent on how tired he is. He loves you or he loves you not.
Bye. Bye bye. No. For me it's not. I think he loves you not because why are the boys' plans already thought out 3 weeks in advance, but when it comes to me, like crickets? No. Like you want to be in a relationship with your boy, you're trying to be in a relationship with me. I don't like that. I feel like prior proper planning. Like you knew that you're dating this person, you're pursuing this person. I just feel like, and it could be going back to what you said before, like maybe you're there for a good time, not a long time. Maybe he doesn't see you for the long haul, but I feel like if someone really wants to genuinely be with you, they are going to do the necessary things needed to be done to make sure that you feel like you come maybe not first, compared to whatever he has in his life, but you come very short after that to be in
Mhm.
the plans of what it is that he wants to do. Like, I don't know. I'm not here for it. What about you?
Hold on. I think y'all play for the same team. He's not into you. He's into what you're into. Okay? I
What?
think
Wait,
he's
that
gay.
mean,
Cause
oh,
what? What? Why are you scheduling so much around other men? And listen, there's nothing wrong with that. That's fine. But don't use me as a beard. Go do your thing.
I
Don't
feel like
involve
you
me.
said that one with your chest.
Yeah, because I don't like men that do that. Not that
Yeah.
I've ever experienced that, but I just don't like don't if you want to play for the same team as me, that's fine. But don't use me as a beard.
As bait. Yeah.
Yeah. Please.
Mm-mm.
Please.
Beware,
Mm-mm.
ladies. Beware. They're out there.
They
Beware.
are.
Yeah, I don't like that one. Okay, I got one for you. This is a person you're dating or in a relationship with, and
Mhm.
when things are good, he is present, loving, there, all the things, right? But when conflict comes up, he goes quiet. He says he needs space. He doesn't want drama. He's protecting his peace. Meanwhile, issues stay unresolved. So there's beef between y'all consistently because you guys were not able to talk about it. And you're left carrying the emotional weight alone. Do you feel like someone who is not able to talk about the conflict, and they often disguise it as, I'm protecting my peace, he loves you or he loves you not?
If a man ever tells you he's protecting his peace, call him sis and walk out that door. Okay? Don't you ever tell me you're protecting your peace.
Run.
Nothing
Run.
drives me crazier than men who try to use our lingo. Leave the lip gloss for me. Leave it for me. Okay? He loves me not. No
Yeah.
way, because there's no way you can even grow and like build a relationship with somebody at this grown age
Mhm.
without dealing with conflict, because
That
that's just
part.
what life is going to throw at you. It's going to throw
Mhm.
conflict at you guys individually. It's going to throw conflict at you guys as a unit and a relationship. And if you can't figure out conflict in your household, you cannot
Mhm.
figure out conflict externally.
This is true.
He loves me
And
not.
also beware of beware of conflict when it arises and you always having to be the person to address it. Beware of
Yeah.
that. Like if you're always the person that's having to address the elephant in the room and like make the situation come to life for you guys to talk about it, beware of that, because men know when there's tension. They know, like, all right, let's figure this out. Obviously you're upset, you're walking around huffing and puffing, you're mad, you're not like talking about your feelings. Let's get down to it. But if a man is not saying that, he's saying a lot. Like when he's quiet, it's loud. You know what I mean? So I think that we should definitely take those as lessons and learn from them. But I agree. I think that saying that you're protecting your peace is so gaslighting, and it's very um to me it is a characteristic of a narcissistic man. I feel like been there, done that. Like I like what why is your peace overriding like my emotional stability? Why do you have to be in peace but I have to be in distress? Like that is a red flag. Like why we can't both be peaceful? Like why can't we figure out how to fix it? So yeah, like Crystal said, chuck the deuces and be out. Run, don't walk, don't look back. Like you're making the best decision in your life. If a person is ever telling you that they're protecting your peace at the expense of you being able to have emotional stability as a woman,
Mm-hmm.
please, sis, trust
Run.
me, I'd rather be happy and single than to be, you know what I'm saying? Like having the weight on my shoulder
Mm-hmm.
of a man not being able to like address the heat that's in the room. Like, no.
1,000%.
Mm-mm.
Okay, next scenario. So behind closed doors, he's warm, attentive, affectionate. Outside, he pulls back, less touch, less closeness, less acknowledgement, and you start wondering if you imagined the intimacy or if it only exists when no one is watching. He loves me or he loves me not.
Okay, so wait, is this question he's in
Affectionate in
pub?
private, but
Okay,
not
but
in
in
public.
public, okay. Yeah, no. Well, wait a minute. Some people are just not PDA kind of people. And I've learned that. Like, there's some women and some men don't love public display of affection and they feel like it's reserved from when they're at home. And I think if you like it, I love it. Like, if that's you, like, if you're a person and your significant other also both don't enjoy PDA and you guys are like out in the streets, y'all are homeboy, homegirl, like, y'all are cool friends and that's the vibe y'all like. But in closed doors, you guys are like all over each other. That's
Mm-hmm.
I think it's to a person's discretion. Like I feel like if that's just who you are, some people just don't. I know, like I have friends, they just don't like when men touch them, like for whatever reason, or maybe they have trauma or things that have transpired where they're just like some things just don't like make them feel, you know what I'm saying, like loved as a
Yeah.
woman or as a man. And I feel like you have to know your partner and who you're dealing with, and some things are just also not up for other people's debate, if that makes sense. So I just feel like
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that's a good point. I think this is definitely
yeah.
one of those topics, like, to each his own. I
Hmm.
think if I had to vote between the 2, I would say he loves me because, yeah,
Yeah.
not everybody likes to display affection with their partner publicly. Like, literally, one of my best friends has been with her man since they were in middle school, and they got married, they have a kid together, and I can tell you, I probably seen them kiss once, and we are in our 30s now, and they have been together since middle school. They
Yeah,
definitely love each other. Okay,
absolutely, absolutely. And
like
and some of y'all in public be doing too much. Some of y'all in public,
that too.
y'all need to go home. Like
Get a
I've
room.
seen things in public in the daylight. I mean, 10 o'clock in the morning, where I'm just like, really? There's kids
Get a
here. You
room.
know, like
Act like an adult.
act
Act
like
like you've been here
act like
before.
you've seen this person before. Like you'd think like the man came from home from service or something. I don't know. It's just too much. Like I'm just like,
Not
it's too
came home
much.
from service. Maybe he
Doing
did.
a bid or
Did.
something. Oh no.
Okay, he says he values privacy, doesn't like people in his business, and you respect that until you realize the privacy is one sided. You know his life, his people, his routines, but the outside world doesn't know you exist. So he hides your relationship under the label of privacy. What do you think? He loves me not.
I feel like you shouldn't be private, but the relationship elements can be private to people who don't need to know. So I'm all about keeping things that you don't want other people to have an opinion on to you guys, like to yourselves. Like if you feel like you cherish something in your relationship, you cherish a relationship and you don't want to put it on social media for full display, that's on you. But I don't think you should be a secret. Like I feel like
Right.
his boy should know who you are when he's like, I'm with my lady, I'm with my wife, I'm with my girlfriend, I'm with my, like whoever you are to this person, or and vice versa. Like they should know you exist. Like they shouldn't think that this person is just out
Mm-hmm.
here and is not in a relationship or in anything serious, if that is what it is. Like I don't believe in that. He loves you not if no one knows about y'all but y'all, to me.
I agree.
Yeah.
1,000%. And some people are very conscious of like not putting people in their relationship business because they've already had bad experiences doing that. Like you just never know. I don't think that somebody being private with their relationship means that they're hiding their relationship. That's very different things. But yes, people should know. I'm in a relationship. You don't need to know what goes down in it, but you need to know I'm in one.
That part taken. That part. Yes. I want us to just be very smart about our love. I feel like back in the day, people really did have, like, by the way, because you know how people say like they wear their heart on their sleeves, as we're speaking about Valentine's Day. That was really a thing back in the day. Like people, when they were ready to love or, whatever relationship status, they really had hearts on their sleeves. So I think that we should make sure that we're protecting the thing that we know is something we give so effortlessly, some of us. And if it's something that you don't want someone to break or to mishandle or to mistreat, that you handle it with care. Like you make sure you put you first, and that whenever you're getting in a situation when you want to be in a relationship or to put yourself out there to date, that you make sure you got your head on a swivel at all times and you protect your heart, okay, at all times. So I want to make sure my girls are good. What about you? What do you
Right.
think?
As we go into Valentine's Day weekend, yeah, believe them the first time, y'all. Believe them the first time. Read the situation and the scenario for what it is, not for what you want it to be, and have fun.
Yeah.
That's cute. Do your own makeup.
Yes, and go to restaurants where the food is good and the
And then
ambiance don't have
also
to be all that, but it could be cute. It could be
and
cute
also make sure you celebrate Valentine's Day with your girls.
all the time. Yes,
Okay.
make sure you guys celebrate Valentine's Day. We hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Elevators Podcast. If you liked it, if it touched you, if it reminded you of somebody in any way, make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, and actually share the episode. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye, y'all.
Bye.